Good morning, boys and girls. We're going to continue looking at the story of was the Snowflake Man. So can you open your readers, please, on page 66 and 67. Can you pause this video while you read the story aloud again this morning? Well done. Now we're going to have a look at our copies. Can you take them out? Can you rule them nicely? Can you put your name on the top left and the date on the top right, just as I have done? Can you give this piece of work a nice title called Opposites? Can you copy the word opposite correctly? Can you see how I have laid out this page? I have numbers along the margin and I have capital letters at the beginning of each letter. Can you pause the video and copy this into your lockdown copy? Great. Can you read the words aloud? Number 1, hated. Number 2, usual. Number 3, started. Number 4, froze. Number 5, smaller. Number 6, ordinary. And number 7, apart. What we want you to do now is, can you find the opposite of these words in the story? So you need to have the story out in front of you. And remember, the first word is usually at the beginning of the story. The second word is probably a little bit after that, and so on. Then, can you see where I wrote another column of words? So number 1 is hated. What is the opposite of hated? That's right, loved. Can you find the word loved in your reader and copy it, just as I have done in my lockdown copy? Have a little think before you look for the word. Do you already know the opposite to usual? What do you think that might be? Can you go now and search for what you think it might be? Is it in your book? If it is, write it down. Good, and keep going down now. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you're not sure, you can ask someone at home for help. Then have a little rest and come back in a moment. Next part we're going to do is true or false. What we would like you to do is write neatly 4 sentences about Wilson Bentley in your copy. 2 must be true and 2 must be false, untrue. You've to make them up. Don't make them too far-fetched. We need to get the adult who's playing this game with you to have a big think about it, so don't make it obvious. Then ask an adult who you've read the story to answer the questions. They must tick them true, give them a tick, or false, give them an X, and mark them. How many did they get right? Pause the video, off you go. The last thing we'd like you to do today is, in your lockdown copies, we want you to take up the entire page. Can you draw the most beautiful snowflake pattern you have ever seen? It might be a snowflake that you had seen a while ago, or maybe it was a snowflake that came down in last week. Have a look back on your reader page and see if you can copy any of these if you're not sure. Use these as an example. Can't wait to see them. If you don't want to do them in your lockdown copy, you can do them on an A4 page and keep them. We can hang them up in our classroom when we get back to there soon. Well done, you've completed today's work. Can you send a photograph of your written work, please, to Seesaw so we can have a look at it also? Well done.